Alrighty guys, hello and welcome back. This is part 2 of part 1 basically. So, in this one we will be sending a rover and a relay satellite to Duna because we are doing a Duna rover mission. Right, so what we have to do now is just really quick set up our trajectory. So Kerbin just has to be a little bit behind Duna so we can get the thingy. So yeah. Alrighty, so what we did previously in the last episode was set up a geostationary orbit satellite here. So this is a video here, you guys can watch it in part 1, I'll link it just above. And yeah, that's it. Alrighty, so now we're just going to have to build the satellite. So I decided to make this thing silver instead of the gold or grey, whatever it usually comes as. And yeah, I kind of just went with a simple design. I decided to keep the that one there because I knew it would be enough to reach Duna. So yeah, I'm getting just the fuel and whatnot now. And seriously, I couldn't figure it out which one to get because I'm not used to building anything this small. Yeah, so yeah, I got the rocket. I don't need that much delta V because it's only just gonna sit in orbit. So to be honest, I could have just been like no fuel at all, and just because I'm using literally anything else. And I decided to make the 1x5 satellites, not satellites, the solar panels smaller because I have the mod that you can like change the size of objects and whatnot. It actually really comes in handy when it comes to like making stuff the size that you need it and you want it, especially when you have a smaller engine part that you want to use for a bigger fuel tank, and you can just upsize it to make it easier. So yeah, like it's like when you don't have a proper rocket size for that. Yeah, I'm really liking the orange and whatnot for my rocket ships. I don't know why, I just like keeping it orange and black. That's my color. No, it's not really, but yeah. So we got the rocket, but we're just doing the fuel and whatnot here. And yeah, as you can see here again, I could not figure out which one to get, but I got there eventually. Alright, so now we're just going to colour these in, and then going to do the engines very shortly. And which engines am I going to use? I think I'm going to use the just the one, or am I don't really remember, but I think I'm going to use just the one. And now it's time for the wings. So I got the wings, and then I need to get the RCS, and I think it's just about done very soon. But what we have to do now is we have to get the solid rocket boosters. And yeah, you can see here I literally just made them a bit smaller, and it made it so much easier once again. So now they're attached. I make that smaller as well, so it literally comes in handy with like absolutely everything. But yeah, I think it's done now. But now I'm gonna get the Separatrons so the solid rocket boosters don't hit the main ship when they come off. And yeah, you can see me, I'm changing the rotation of them here. And now I'm just doing the staging real quick because, well, you don't want to mess up the staging. And it is just about done, I believe. And naming it Duna Relay Satellite, and I think I'm going to add an I to it. Alrighty, moving on to the rover now. We have this one, and when I'm going to add the wheels, I have to make sure they're set properly to the right radial. And yeah, I'm just doing the wheels now, make them a little bit smaller, do them to the size that I reckon they'd be good at. I think I did 75 or 80% the normal size. That's usually, and that's just what I liked. And yeah, I like the colour of it too, the orange and grey fits well together. And for some reason, right here, they're like not at the same, like the same height, the wheels. So I had to press Alt and then left click to make them the same size. So yeah, that fixed it there. And yeah, so now I'm just adding these, so at night time, if I want to do night missions, I can still get energy from these little thingies here. I don't even know what they're called, something. But yeah, add those to the back, and then I'm going to add a thermometer to the back again in the middle here. Just have to make sure it's right in the middle. You'll watch me like focus right in the middle, which is good there. And yeah, now I think we have to get the SAS thingy here. Then we have to put this there, and I'm going to add some solar panels there and put them on a bit of an angle so in the sunlight we can have our... Oh no, I'm doing the thingy, this first. Alright, so I'm going to do that. That's the wrong way. I'm going to flip it, go like that way, out, yeah. And then right in the middle there, I'm going to add a little thingy there too. And what's next? Now I think we're gonna do the lights. Yes, we are. Alright, so we're gonna add the lights. Gotta put them on a bit of an angle to make them a bit smaller. See how handy this mod is? You can literally, it makes it so much like more universal to be able to do stuff. Then I add this one here. It's the wider one, so the circles are the ones that go further, but then the square one is the one that goes like shorter but wider. And then adding some batteries on the bottom, and now we're gonna add some solar panels here, put them on a bit of an angle there, and yeah. Alright, so now what we have to do is get the scan. I don't even know what it's called. I forgot. I'm having a brain fart. And make sure the wheels are the same height. They are good there. And yeah. So now we're just adding all the science and whatnot that we need. So we've got the gravity thingy, got the earthquake Richter scale thingy, and now we're gonna add the I don't even know what that one is. Add that, and I think the satellite's just about done. No, I'm not gonna worry about that. And I think that is everything soon. And then I tried to play around with that. It did not work. I was going to change the size of it, but I couldn't. But yeah. So now we have to make sure the wheels are the same size again. And we're going to do a test drive. Right, let's test this bad boy out. So we've got the lights. Lights working fine. They could go out pretty far. That's what we need for night time. And now it seems pretty maneuverable. This is actually really good. So, oh my god, there was lightning out in the distance. That was cool. Yeah, oh my god, we're going like 4 meters per second. I don't really need to go that fast because the rocks have collision and stuff in the parallax mod. It kind of makes it difficult. Now I'm just testing the center of gravity. Is it going to spin on us, flip out? No, it seems pretty good actually. Better than I expected. And yeah, let's see how fast it can go. And I think we are good. Alright, the lights seem good. I can see the stars in the background through the lights. That's weird. And yeah, alright, let's go back into the menu. Next step. Okay, we're going to start doing the rocket ship now. So we're going to add this, and we're going to make it a little bit smaller for our convenience. Ha ha ha. But yeah, we're going to do that, and then we have to get the shield, the decoupler, and then the shielding. So not this one. And for some reason, the scanning thingy is like has a bigger radius than what it actually is. So I had to use the like 3.25 one. So as you can see, it's just not cooperating with me here. And yeah, so we have to get the wider one. So we use this one, and we have to go out a bit wider. And yeah, make it nice and aerodynamical. I don't even think that's a word. And yeah, you can see I decided to make this one gold because I don't know. Oh wait, no, it's orange. I can't tell if that's gold or orange. However you guys decide to perceive it, I guess. And now we're just going to be working on the decoupling thingy for like the rocket booster. Yeah, so we're going to do this, do that, and we'll put it on an angle, and then we have to get the other one and then make it straight like that. And then kind of like merge them inside of each other. It comes in handy. Now we're getting this little square one, and then we're going to have to get the little rocket. This one should do just fine like that. And yeah, that's literally all we need, because we're going to have parachutes, and then with the parachutes we're also going to use that so we can have a really soft, nice landing. But yeah, so now staging's right. I'm just checking the delta V. The delta V seems alright, and now we just have to sort these engines out. So I got 2 of those. Then we're using this one, making it orange again. Okay, so it's orange and gold. I was correct. But yeah, I'm gonna use that one. Can't do that. Okay. And now we just have to do the rocket. Get 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of that, and yeah, I think we are going to get the engine for 4, the thingy for 4, and we're going to get 4 of those engines. And you'll see what happens later. It doesn't quite work. And I'm setting the gimbal range because those engines are like really funky to gimbal, and if you set a maneuver node, it will not. Alrighty, so now we're just gonna set the name to Duna. That was something I used ChatGPT to find that name actually. Oh, I couldn't think of any names myself because I'm too dumb. But yeah, now we're just doing the friggin' whatchamacallit, the wings for a bit of aerodynamic ability. It's not a word, but you know. Right now we're saving it, and we added a little bit of RCS thrusters to help us navigate in the atmosphere too. But yeah, now we're in the satellite, and we're going to launch the satellite first, and then we're going to launch the rover. So let's get right into this. Alrighty, now let's launch this bad boy. So now what we're going to have to do is set out. Oh my god, and we're going off already. God damn, that is a quick little thing too. I think it's in 2 times speed at the moment. Yeah, it is. But that is okay, because that is the whole idea, to make this video quick. So, yeah, now we're just gonna... We won't be burning 100% because the atmosphere is dense at the moment. But yeah, what we will be doing is we will be using the solid rocket thrusters more than the actual engines, just to save fuel for the actual rocket. But yeah, once we get into the thinner atmosphere, I think we should be able to decouple these solid rocket thrusters and then use our actual engines. But yeah, if you guys want to know what type of mod I'm using for like the bloom and the motion blur, I'm using Tough X or Tough X, I don't even know what to call it. And yeah, it just really comes in handy and it makes the game so much better. And I forgot which skybox I'm using, but that one's pretty cool too. But yeah, see now we're like barely burning any fuel at the moment, and we can decouple those. And for some reason the Separatrons, they decided to, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, now we're full throttle here, and it's cool because as you get thinner into the atmosphere, the plume starts to get wider. I'm pretty sure that happens in real life too. I don't know the science behind it, but it is pretty cool. But yeah, so now we're just burning, and we have to get to 100,000, and we are just about there, I believe. Alright, so our orbit, we are just about there. We've got about 100,000 by 100,000. We are like 900,000 meters. So we're just setting up our orbit now, making sure it flips so it's symmetrical, and very shortly I think we will do our burn. So we're just speeding up time to it, and yeah, so almost there. Right, and now. Alright, so just do that, and then do that, and as you can see, the spaceship kind of had a little bit of a flip because we're trying to chase the maneuver node, but that's okay. So now we're just doing the solar panels, and then doing the Alrighty, moving on to the next rocket. We're just going to launch this now. This is the one with the rover in it. The other one was with the satellite. And yeah, we're going to take this one up now. And yeah, let's go into it. I actually decided to launch at daytime now because I thought it would be a bit better, and I was definitely right. But yeah. So now we're just burning. We're at about half of maximum throttle right now because we're still in the thin air atmosphere, I guess you can call it. Yeah, shortly we're going to get into the denser atmosphere and we'll start be able to burning more. So, yeah. As you can see here, we're about to run into a little bit of problems. We decouple and then all of a sudden it decides to have a little tumble. I think it's because the mass of it is higher than it was, and I don't know, something to do with the mass and something to do with the air made it tumble a bit, but all I had to do was give it a bit of thrust and I managed to recover it. And now that we're getting into the thinner atmosphere, it makes it even easier. But what we have to do now is just speed up time again and make sure we are sitting at our... Actually, no, I think we're doing 120, because I think I overdid it while I was playing the game. But yeah, we're doing 120 or something, 118, I'm not sure. But yeah, now we just have to speed up time a little bit and make sure we get in space. And now we're just going to have to do our maneuver node real quick. So let's just circularize that real quick. Let's just change our Apple axis. Make it nice, make sure it flips and whatnot. Do that in a second, and just give it a second. And oh, almost, and flip. See, just like that. That's what we need, is it to flip, because that's how we know it's symmetrical. Alright, so now what we have to do is deploy that, so kadoosh. And then what we have to do next is, I believe we're actually just going to get our mission just about done. Alrighty, so now we're just going to redo our orbit, or not redo our orbit, but yeah, do our orbit one more time. So we have 390 meters per second that we have to burn. So we're going to do that real quick and get into a nice stable orbit and stop right there. Just save it a little bit. Yep, there we go. I think that's good. And yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So what we have to do now, make sure our orbit's good. Yes, it's good there. Alright, so now make sure our rocket's good. Do our antennas and whatnot. Do that one, and then let's do that one right there. Make sure that one's up. All of our solar panels are fine, and well, yeah. Alright, so moving on to the next ship. We are gonna send this one to Duna now. Alrighty, so what we have to do next is we're just gonna have to do a burn to Duna real quick. So now we're just gonna have to fine tune it real quick and get it to intercept Duna in about like a year or so. I don't know how long it takes, but yeah, we got it right there, so that should be good. But what we will do is we will just change it about halfway on our way to Duna to get it a bit more precise. So what we're going to do next is we're going to switch over to the other ship real quick, and we're just going to do the same with that one. So yeah, let's do that real quick, I guess. Alright, so we just switched over to the other ship real quick, and what we are going to have to do is we are just going to real quick do the exact same, so make sure it's good there, and turn around a bit, make sure it's actually going towards Duna, so burn, yep. I think that's good there, so now, just have to fine tune it so we actually get the intercept, so about right there maybe, yep, that'll do, and very shortly we will just do the burn real quick. And well, yeah, so give us a couple minutes and we will do it. So I'm just going to speed up time until about a minute away, and we'll do it very soon, about now. Alrighty, so now what we have to do is we have to complete our burn, which we just did. So we got to intercept on our way to Duna, which is good. Now we have to do it for the next ones, for the Rover. So once we do this, it's a satellite, never mind. Yeah, once we do this, we should be on our way to Duna. It should take a couple months to get there, and here we are. So here we are, about halfway there. We are going to do another maneuver, and we're just going to really quick set up where our orbit's going to be. So let's just do that real quick. Alrighty, so now we're just setting up our orbit. We're going to make sure it's somewhat symmetrical, somewhat nice. Let's just do that real quick. So now what we have to do is we're going to, that is way too high. Let me just go down a little bit. That seems good, that seems good. Well, now I have to change our apoapsis or periapsis, whichever one. Make sure it's somewhat symmetrical. So now I have to make it go up a little bit more, I think. So let's do that. And that looks okay. It's not perfect, but I think it'll have to do. And now what we have to do is set our thrust limiter to very little. And then, yeah, we're going to wait until we do our burn. Alright, so I'll skip the video. We are about to do the burn. So here we go. And about to finish it now. Oh, a little bit more. Just a little bit of thrust, I think. We're just going to do a little... Awesome. That looks good. That is exactly what we are going to need. So now what we have to do is we're going to have to switch over to the other one. Alrighty, the next step for us, we have to change our inclination and make sure that our orbital path is closer to Duna because we were way too far away. Right, so let's just make sure it's nice and in the middle, or the equator is what we call it. And now we have to do our burn, but as you can see, I kind of overdid it because I had to make sure the rocket was facing the thing. But yeah. Yeah, we'll do the burn now, and then what we should be able to do is... yeah, it's on our way thing, I think now. Now we just have to do the circularization. So I really suck with my words, but what we have to do is we just have to reduce speed a little bit. So yeah, we just have to reduce speed, make sure we get caught into the orbit of Duna. And then yeah, after we do this, make sure it flips and it's nice and symmetrical, we just have to do it with the satellite as well. And then once we do it with the satellite, we should be able to land the rover onto Duna, which is very good. Next step for us, folks, is what we have to do is we now have to do the circularization burn. So we have to reduce our speed, make sure we actually get caught into the orbit, and yeah, it should be all good from there. So now what we should have to do is we do the burn very soon, and then look at that, literally a humongous solar eclipse on the surface, and the burn is done. So we are in a nice stable orbit. Now what we're going to have to do is switch over to the satellite. We have now switched over to the satellite. What we have to do now is we have to do our burn. So let's get the circularization done so we get caught in the orbit. And as you can see, it's a little bit further away, so we can have connection more often than what we need to. And yeah, so I don't know what happened here. Something happened, it kept like glitching out. Something happened with my scroll wheel and it kept being stupid. So I had to it was literally at like 2000, so I had to change it real quick. So let's just make sure it flips and it's nice and symmetrical once again. That'll do, I don't really care anymore. Right, so now we just have to burn towards it. Alright, now we are just starting this burn. Alright, and done. Alright, now we're in a nice-ish orbit. So, next step is we are gonna put this bad boy on Duna. Alright, now let's do this. Alrighty, we are now switching over to live commentary. So, I think the next step, what we have to do now, is we are going to do this decoupling, and then after that, we should be able to do this shield. Alright, so let's do the shield right now. And there we go. So hopefully the shield, yeah, the speed's already decreasing. It's really doing that much with the aerodynamics. And oh my god, I just realized something. We forgot the friggin' parachutes. Oh my god. Oh, that's right. We have the rockets for a reason. Hopefully the rockets come in clutch. Alright, so we're going down now. What's our speed? 120, and we have like 140. I don't know how many we have. I can't be bothered to look. But so now what do we have to do? Alright, so I'm gonna decouple this soon, and then not yet. Okay, now, yep. Alright, so increase the speed a little bit, so we get away from that. Then we're gonna have to change speed, change direction, I think. So let's just move over real quick. Get out of the way. Alright, let's get out of the way. Alright, we got out of the way now. So now what we're gonna have to do is slowly go there. Alright, so we're going down now. Oh lord, I feel like we're going way too quick. Okay, go up. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, my game froze. No, it didn't. Okay, so oh, my game froze again. Oh my god, it keeps freezing. Alright, so now oh my god. You know what I just realized? We forgot the decoupler to get rid of that stage. Oh no. No way. Oh my god. What do I do now? And I thought everything exploded, but it did not. But we landed this rover for no reason. Okay, so after a bit of troubleshooting and trying to figure it out, I had to go into the cheat menu and use the object thrower to blow up the piece that was like making us not be able to move around. Right, so now the rover's actually working completely fine. I think right now I'm heading over to this rock thing, and I'm gonna try and go over to it. And these little tiny rocks, I should have got bigger wheels, god damn it. But I think that is good. Look at us, we're just going around. I love the parallax mod, it looks so good with like the 3D sand and the rocks and stuff. The person or people that made it, seriously, they did such a good job with it. Alright, so yeah. Alrighty, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, please give me a thumbs up. And if you did really enjoy it even more, then subscribe. It is free, and it'll want me to keep going. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.